It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers begin the game with the basketball. To Turner. Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Pistons ball here. Rose. Down to Griffin. To Richardson. That's out. Last touch by Josh Richardson.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Here comes the screen. To Brogdon. Andre Drummond sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Rose into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Kennard.
Hey, double screen.
To Drummond. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Here comes the screen. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Nothing going here on that drive. Driving right to the bench.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Pacers with the possession. To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Brogdon. Stuffs it down with authority. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Kennard to Griffin. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Defense. Let's go.
To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Trying to cash in. Kennard shot off the mark. The follow won't go either. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Throws it up. That's going to be out of bounds. The possession in favor of Detroit. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Derrick Rose. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. Oops, he missed the first one.
Soft and buttery, soft and buttery.
Good recovery. Hits the second free throw.
That boy got jumper.
To Brogdon.
Watch the pick. You see it.
A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. A fundamental shot right there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Indiana with the basketball. To Turner. Blake Griffin rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Nice pass to set things up.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. But let me tell you why I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard scream. Somebody to put the defender right on their back. Send a message. That's what Sabonis brings to the table.
Rose to Griffin. Good look that time, but off the mark.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Oh, he had him there for a second. To Turner. To Brogdon. 4-3. And knocks it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no rock tonight.
Rose into the front court. Trailing by 11. Wide open look, won't go. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Malcolm Brogdon is going to get 3 shots here. A career 87% from the line. First one, count it. Knocks down the second free throw. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Pistons have it. Layup goes down. Well done.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here comes the screen. Has a chance. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Rose into the front court. Trailing by 14. To Reggie Jackson. Here comes the screen. Jackson. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Another shot won't go either. It's Detroit's ball. Jackson. Here's Jackson down low. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Josh Jackson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Pick up, pick up, pick up.
McDermott in a matchup with Jackson. Jackson with it. They find themselves down 10. To Drummond. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Now the Pacers go to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter.
Section 121 and place your bet. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Pacers control.
Subbing in for Detroit, number 27.
Here comes the screen. And he's going to the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Caris LeVert at the line for 2 shots. 71% for his career. Knocks down the first. 2 for 2 on that trip. Jackson with it, trailing by 10. Reggie Jackson, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Jackson. Trying to cash in. Calderon, not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. To the basket goes Jackson, but his shot won't fall. Nothing going here on that drive. From the painted area, won't go down. To Turner. Markieff Morris swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Pistons ball here. Shot from the lane won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. Got it.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
Number 1, Reggie Jackson.
To Turner. Able to convert inside.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Detroit Pistons.
Brogdon lets it fly from long range, and Pachulia there to grab the rebound. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
It's Indiana basketball. Brogdon. flushes it home.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
I'm on D. I got him. Here we go. Cut her.
Slam dunk, Malcolm Brogdon. No good. He couldn't get it to drop. Horn sounds ending this first quarter of play. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Jackson with it. Margins 8. Reggie Jackson. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Pass stolen by Detroit. Has a chance, taking advantage of the turnover. Pacers with the possession. Goes to the left side. Fires the 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick.
Jackson with it. They trail by 7. To Richardson.
Screen, I got your help.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
Indiana with the basketball. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Fires the 3. Ooh, he'll take that.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Gets it in the left corner. Here comes the screen. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. No good. That's great defense. Jackson with it. Down 8. Kennard to Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper stays out.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Oh, knocks it down from 3.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with their three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Sabonis can't connect. Jackson with it. Down 11. To Griffin. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Reggie Jackson.
Nothing going here on that drive. Curling inside. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Richardson to Reggie Jackson. It was right there. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, surprise. He hits it.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. You helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lamb against the former MVP. Deep left corner from long range. If he's hitting shots, it could be a long night.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
On the pass, stolen by Indiana.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. To Griffin. Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Stolen by Detroit. To Luke Kennard. That's no good. Here comes the screen. No good. To Luke Kennard. Great feed. Terrific vision. The monster stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Number 27, Zaza Pachulia.
Left, left.
Five to shoot for Indiana. 24-second violation.
Indiana.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 33, Subbing in for the Pistons, number 0, Andre Drummond.
Rose to Richardson. Rose to Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. 2 of 4 now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Pacers control. Pistons clear the board. Surveys the floor to Griffin. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Turner. Here comes the screen. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Indiana Pacers, number 20, Doug McDermott. Stepping in for the Pistons.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Short jumper misses. McDermott defended by Jackson. To Brogdon. For 3, had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark. The possession in favor of Detroit. To Rose. Griffin to Jackson. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Malcolm Brogdon. Time for some new personnel into the game. Rose. Knocked loose. Pacers have it. Brogdon. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Five seconds to shoot. Pistons have it. Richardson. To Drummond. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Missed a wide open look. From the painted area, won't go down. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Rose. Oh, Ferocious slam inside. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Goes to the right side. 4-3. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
And a chance coming up at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. To Drummond. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
It's Detroit's ball. Rose to Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. He's now 4 for 6.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. To Turner. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism. And length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
To Brogdon. Pistons have the rebound. Rose into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
It's Indiana basketball. Lets it fly from long range. It's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
First half in the books with the Pacers way out in front.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Pacers put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible, and if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scores for the Indiana Pacers. The Pistons were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. Have a look at the leading scores for the... Thanks for joining us for the Halftime Report. The second half is about to get started.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Here comes the screen. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Derrick Rose, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Pacers with the possession. To Brogdon. The drive right to the basket. Rebound to Detroit. Griffin to Richardson. Josh Richardson. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Brogdon. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Turner. And it's Griffin there to clear the rebound. Rose into the front court. His guys down by 9. To Richardson. Lays it up and in.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
He gets it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Pistons ball here. Knocked loose. Tosses. Rose into the front court. His team down 9. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 3 for 6 now.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Oh, he missed a short one there. To Drummond. And finishes strong.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Kennard to Griffin. Here comes the screen. Richardson picked up by T.J. Warren. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. To Turner. Andre Drummond sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Big finish at the rim.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Indiana with the basketball. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. To Turner. Second effort.
Screen. Switch.
To Brogdon. Fires the 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And here's a setup, Ed, down the stretch. If eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Blake Griffin!
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Down to 5 on the 24. Pass stolen by Detroit.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Knocked loose. Brogdon. Beyond the arc for 3. And he knocks it down, Jay.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Miles Turner able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Throws it up. Oh, blocked away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Great dish to set it up. Derrick Rose slams it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Pacers come up with it. To Turner. Not going down for him this time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Tough make through traffic.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Turner. Can't connect from inside. To Turner. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And I know this is an off day for him, but still, that serves as no excuse for you not to give any effort on the defensive end. Here's a trick. If you get yourself engaged defensively, that can at times help you offensively.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Summer basketball fans, space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more details.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
McDermott, defended by Derrick Rose. Oh, he had him there for a second. Andre Drummond tips it. That's his third block this evening.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Here comes the screen. Fires the three, buries the trifecta.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Pistons have it. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
So you want to do this? Sure.
Nothing going here on that drive. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for the Indiana Pacers, number 11, Domantas Sabonis.
Here's a chance from long range. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Markieff Morris snatching it out of the air. It's Detroit's ball.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Jackson with it. His guys trail now by 4. Count the bucket for 2.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
Markieff Morris with a piece. Nothing going here on that drive.
Screen, 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 screen. I got this, pal. Let's go.
Josh Jackson to Griffin. You've got to get that one to go. And scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Take stock of the floor. To Griffin. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Number 81, Jose Calderon.
Lamb picked up by Josh Jackson. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. From the painted area, won't go down.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Another follow, still no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
The assist from number 23.
With 3 quarters down, it's all even at the end of this quarter. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the 4th quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ballgame.
Pistons ball here. Jackson to Jackson. To Jackson. Curling inside. Miles Turner with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They have to keep him in their grasp.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Cashes in for 2.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
For the Detroit Pistons, number 5, Luke Kennard.
Oh, straight down the middle. 4-2.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Pacers control. Pass stolen by Detroit.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Throws it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Miles Turner slams it down.
Wow, that was amazing.
He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
That's me. I got ball. Hey, match up.
To Reggie Jackson. Driving right to the basket. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To Turner. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Entering the game for Indiana, number 25 and number 7, Malcolm Brogdon.
Jackson with it. The deficit now up to 5. To Richardson. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Griffin's shot off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Brogdon. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Griffin. Miles Turner. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Jackson. Now a steal on a very lazy pass there. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Richardson to Drummond. Easy path to the rim.
And I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Here comes the screen. The possession in favor of Detroit. Jackson to Richardson. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Short jumper misses. Richardson. Great feed. Stuffs it down with authority.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Kicks it around the perimeter. Deep left corner from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Don't seem shocked. This is how three is like shooting a layup.
Jackson to Drummond. And he finishes at the rim.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Turner. Andre Drummond sends it away. Fourth this contest.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
For three. Missed it. Kennard. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. That's going to be out of bounds. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Josh Jackson. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Turner. Josh Jackson. Rocking the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Andre Drummond rejects it. Ooh, 5 now.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Turner. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Goes to the left side. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. To Rose. Derrick Rose slams it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
To Turner. Andre Drummond swats it. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
The drive. Right to the basket. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Tried to slam it down, but it comes out. Pistons have it. Knocked loose. Pacers have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Count the basket at the rim.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Defense.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
To Brogdon. Screen coming. To Turner. Going to launch beyond the arc. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Substitution being made in this one. Josh Jackson trying to cash in on a three-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. Very important free throw, up and good. Three-point play puts them up by a point. It's Indiana basketball. To Turner. Andre Drummond sends it away. Make that 7. To Brogdon. 4-3. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from 3.
Receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Rose to Drummond. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
We need that next one.
And he can't convert the free throw. Pacers with the possession. Turner. Pass stolen by Detroit. And the 2. The finish at the rim for Drummond. Now the Pacers go to use a timeout. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Almost unlucky bounce. The Pistons are the winners as they win a close one by 2. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.